I'm thinking of Omar and Carroll Yoder. Carroll was his very good friend and colleague for many, many years, and we all together enjoyed many great times. Carroll is now lying across Parkview at his home, having suffered a stroke. He lies there, very much aware of what's going on and able to speak to us, and that is a great comfort to us, and I'm sure it is to him, and especially to his family. A number of years ago, Carroll read a tribute at the Mennonite Writers' Conference at Goshen, and it was published by a Mennonite Quarterly Review. And he writes, as he spoke at that time, so keep thinking of Carroll's voice, not mine. I first met Omar the year before I enrolled at Eastern Mennonite College in the pages of the 1957 Shenandoah, the college paper that he edited. Then from 72 through 99, we became close friends as colleagues at our alma mater. My course evaluations received a welcome boost when we team-taught courses like African literature and continental fiction, thanks to Omar's careful planning, honest evaluation, and listening and discernment skills. As an oblivious optimist, I did not realize for a long time the extent of the inner conflict created by Omar's deep commitment to his family, his students, his writing, and his faith. No wonder life was not always easy for this conscientious perfectionist. 4 books in particular serve to remind us of Omar's accomplishments. In 1982, he received a Master of Fine Arts from the University of Virginia. There, under the tutelage of Peter Taylor and John Casey, he wrote a series of short stories, several of which served as the basis for his novel, A Long Dry Season. Here is The Long Dry Season, the title page, with his inscription, "To a fellow artist, best wishes, Omar Eby." Very much like him. Carroll is speaking again. The basis of his 1998 novel, A Long Dry Season. For the missionary Thomas Martin, grace comes through his wife and through the promise of the distant rains that will bring an end to his dry season. Family and faith are apparently reconciled. Not so for Omar, whose publication Dry Spell continued for 15 years before Cascadia published a collection of essays titled Markings My Own. I had trouble finding this book at home because I was looking for a blue cover. It seems I hunt for books by color, but here it is, green as can be, from the church library. Markings My Own. This spiritual memoir, says Carroll, displays the full range of Omar's disciplined versatility. 70 meditations, each confined to exactly 3 pages of text, guide us through the Book of Mark. Is this a commentary, a personal journey, literary criticism, a confession? Yes, no, and much more. What did it cost this lover of privacy and solitude to provide personal soul food for the masses? In her foreword, Lee Snyder describes the book as a literary lover's feast and provides a list of Omar's personae: author, Anabaptist, colleague, descendant, friend, horticulturist, grandparent, gourmand, teacher, mentor, missionary, music lover, parent, pilgrim, poet, seeker, sinner, and spouse. The Boy and the Old Man, which appeared in 2009, takes us back to Somalia, where Omar was a young missionary from 57 to 60. Here in 16 autobiographical essays, the old man judges the boy both severely and tenderly. I believe, says Carroll, the essays represent Omar's greatest strengths as a writer. He steers clear of nostalgia and reminds us in a quotation that remembering a previous time and place with affection, indeed with love, is a kind of wholesome suffering. The discrepancy between memory and history prompts his question. Might the memory of an incident recalled 45 years later had an even greater truth than the bare historical record? No true writer would disagree. A few more personal words for Omar. In all honesty, I wasn't sure about Mill Creek, your most recent novel, set in the context of a well-known Mennonite high school in eastern Pennsylvania, says Carroll. Would this coming-of-age novel succeed, given the fact that it was based so closely upon real events and real people, delineating so precisely the expressions of Mennonite conservatism of the 90s? Could all of Arthur's, the main character, flamboyant nudity find its place among plain coats and carefully covered hair? Favorable reviews and readers' testimonies show you that you hit the sweet spot with your authentic recreation of the little world of Hagerstown and Lancaster. Allow this evening's audience to bear witness to the worth of your faith, work, and words, says Carroll. Accept without reservation God's message for you, Omar. Well done, my good and faithful servant. Is Omar listening? What does he think? I know he appreciated this very, very much. I have been thinking for quite a while of what to tell you about our friendship with Omar and his family. One of the things that I remember so well was that after leaving Victoria Falls, we had a day and a night without food, not only for ourselves, but for our two children, 10 and 12. When we arrived at Kitwe, Omar was there to greet us, and Anna Catherine very quickly made breakfast for us. And my memory is it was scrambled eggs. But being how memory can switch a lot, we will remember her generosity and his welcome as part of the friendship that meant so much to us over the years. I want to say something I've been thinking about Omar. When he got to heaven, he was so glad for the heavenly choir because he always enjoyed singing and he had a wonderful voice. So he is singing again with the heavenly choir. But one of the first questions he asked was, "Where's the library?" And so we sit here in this library and we wonder, library? I didn't know heaven had libraries. It has streets of gold and choirs singing, but library, that's a new one. And surely there must be books to read and Omer can browse through his own books again if he wants to, or find new books now that he's able to read again and turn pages and remember everything clearly. So Omar, you are gone, but we remember you, and we love you, and we keep you in our mind, and you join with Anna Catherine as we thank the Lord for your lives and what they have meant to us.